What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Scrambler Disc Golf video. I just want to say I'm super excited to announce that here at Scrambler Disc Golf we are going to be doing Vlogmas. If you're not familiar with Vlogmas, it is where you post a video starting December 1st all the way till Christmas every single day. So we're about to get a lot of videos here in for this month. And with that being said, I need y'all's help. If y'all have any content ideas that y'all want to see out of this channel, go ahead and just drop a comment. And 25 days worth of content, I definitely need some help from y'all. So go ahead, leave a few comments, video ideas, and we'll be more than happy to do them. Thanks everybody for watching. Hey everybody, welcome to my What's in the Bag, day one of Vlogmas. Let's go. So let's start with the putting putters. I just use a classic AVR. I love these things. Really, what I gravitated to mostly was the stamp, to be honest. Funny story, my parents asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and they were at a local place that sells discs, and they sent me a picture of the wall, and I was just like, give me that one with like the cool grid on it. I didn't really like AVRs prior to this, mainly because I bought the Innova starter pack right when I started playing. I just bought it because I thought 3 discs, it's pretty cheap, let's go. And they gave you an AVR putt and approach, a leopard and a shark. And I was using the AVR putt and approach, and I didn't like it at all. And I was like, I'm never using this disc again. Terrible disc. I don't know how anybody uses it, or am I just terrible at disc golf? What is going on? Once I started playing more and more, I realized that like weights actually kind of matter on disc, and the ones that they give you in the starter pack are like 160 grams. So I tried it again, 175 grams, and these are money. When people I play with tell me to like describe it, I just tell them like it's a disc. Like, think of a disc and this is it. Like, there's no real like no bead, like nothing. It's just like a disc, and that's what I love about it. It's also $8, so I really like that. Perfect for me. I haven't had any problems, and I've been using it since last Christmas, so about a year now. Love it. Now, here's one of my throwing putters, Tour Series Fierce. Love this thing. I actually won it in a little drawing that I do in one of my leagues. I didn't like it at first, and then I started using it more and more, and it's pretty great for just dead straight shots. Torque on it a little more and get a pretty good turn out of it. But it's pretty torque resistant, which I'm impressed with since it's just a putter. Really like this thing, dead straight. Love it. Now we can go on more throwing putters, I'd say. Harps and VIP plastic. Well, this one's VIP plastic. It's a misprint. So it's like a double stamp, which looks pretty sick. It's from MCO, and then I just threw like a die on it. The die did not work out, but it looks pretty cool anyway. And the harp for me is just like, if I'm not running it and I just want to be under the basket from 250 feet, I mean, I can stretch it out a little further, but no point really. 250 feet and in, I'm just throwing this on a hyzer, and I'm just letting it crash in underneath the basket. Super, super good disc. People tell me to throw the zone. People tell me to try the pig. I ain't trying anything because this is just so... I love these things. And here's one I just got, another double stamp. This one's a moonshine plastic, so it's a bit more beefy than this one over here in VIP. But I'm working this one in. I gotta have 2 in the bag just in case like I lose one. I would be in shambles if I don't have another one. So I have to carry 2 just in case. I mean, I'm always under the basket with them, but in case something happens, and I lose one, I gotta have a backup with me at all times. Then here we have a nice little proxy. The reason I got this disc was because I had this beautiful Pure, Opto X Pure, and I just loved it, and I launched it in the water, and I didn't really like have time to beat in another disc. I could beat in another Pure to how that one was. So I went to my local shop and I was reading the flight numbers, and I thought this one would act pretty much like it. And it's been pretty good so far. This is in Cosmic Electron Plastic Medium. I don't know much about Axiom or MVP, but I think I want to get one of these in maybe a premium plastic because, well, this one's still holding up really good, surprisingly, because I am smoking it against trees. But maybe just a premium plastic just to get a little more life out of it. But I do like this thing a lot. It's similar to the Fierce in a way, but I do like this thing, and it's in the bag for sure. It's a fun disc to run shots, you know, like 100-footers, stuff like that. I like running them. And then here's, I think, the newest disc in the bag, no? Star Animal. Has like a little bit of a, what is this? Thumb track. And the flight numbers on this are 2101. So it's like a pig, I guess, without the fade. Rhino without the fade, you know? Has a little bit of a bead. So yeah, Rhino without the fade. And I've thrown it probably like 5 times total. And I'm liking it so far. It's pretty domey. Which is surprising that it has no fade. I mean, it has no glide. It has one glide. I don't know a ton about it. Brand new disc. But so far, it's in the bag, so I must like it at least a little bit. Here, onto the mid-range. That's all the putters I have. Quite a bit. Now, here are the mid-ranges. I rock, speaking of the rock, KC Pro Rock. That's what I'm rocking with. I used the DX Rock for a while, and I love that thing. And then I was thinking, I just want something, you know, in a little bit of a better plastic. I love DX Rocks, though. I do. I just want something that lasts a little longer so I don't have to cycle through near as much. And this thing is insane. Like, I just throw it, and it turns for like a millisecond, and then it comes back. This thing goes forever, and it always seems to fade back, which is super nice. Really like this thing. I'm ready to beat it in a little bit more and just have it as a dead straight disc. Here we have a Mako 3, Star Mako 3. My sister dyed this disc. Not sure what she was going for, but I think it's a smiley face, but it kind of looks like the Joker now, which is kind of creepy, but the disc is too good not to throw. I just really love this thing. This is the disc that's it's the disc that's been in the bag the longest for me. Going on almost, a year and a half now. Still just on a rope. Heiser holds the line. Dead straight holds the line. Annie will hold the line. Super, super good disc. It's just like a putter that goes further. I love this thing. Feels super good. Game changer in my bag for sure. I need to get another one of these because if I lose that, I might have to retire because my game will be in shambles. And my last mid-range, a Malta, Paul Macbeth Malta. And I actually bought this off a kid. He was diving in the lake, and I walked up on him when I was playing, and I looked on the ground. I was like, because I was looking to get it like a Rock 3. And I just saw this in front of me, and I was like, how much for that? And he said $10. I said, let's do it. And it was like pretty brand new. I kind of felt bad. But yeah, brand new, $10. I love this thing. This thing is like a further harp for me. I'm guessing in the Discraft lineup it would be like the step up from a zone, but for me it's a step up from a harp. Really, really good in the wind too. I like this thing a lot. Super reliable. Further shot than a harp, and I want to be under the basket, I'm throwing that. A lot of wind, throwing that. Super fun. And here's the first of my fairway drivers. Here's a Prodigy F5, which is similar to a Leopard 3. Funny story. I actually took the Leopard 3 out to put this guy in. This is my second longest disc in the bag. Oh, it's just so good. It's in 400 plastic. So good. It actually, not to hate on the Leopard 3, but for whatever reason, the one I got, it's pretty overstable. I feel like I have a decent amount of arm speed, and I could get that thing to turn to save my life. This thing, on the other hand, will turn, come back. I can throw it dead straight if I put it on a hyzer. This thing is super money. It's my fairway finder right now. Tight hole, fairway finder. Prodigy F5. Next, I have my absolute baby, Metal Flake T-Bird 3. Oh gosh, this guy is money. I did not like it when I first got it. It was too overstable. I was like, I can never get this thing to fly. It just falls out of the air. But the more I threw it, the better I got. Super good disc. If I just need a little bit of fade at the end, dead straight for most of the flight, fade at the end, can hold a line, let me tell you that. It won't flip up. It will not. Throw it on a hyzer, hold every line you put it on. Metal Flake T-Bird 3. I actually stole this from my little brother. In my defense, he doesn't even play disc golf anymore. But I saw it in his bag, and I told him, I'm stealing that. Gosh, this disc. This is my Champion Eagle. Don't ask about the dye job, y'all. Anyway, I had an Eagle that was just perfect. Absolutely perfect. I mean, and I lost it doing field work. I wasn't even on the course, but I was doing field work and I lost it. So this one is pretty overstable for me. I'm ready to beat it in and get it just dead straight like my other one. Pretty new to the bag. Don't know this disc too well at all. Funny dye job, at least. I can get a laugh out of it every time I pull it out of the bag. My last fairway driver, I think this is a fairway driver at least. Sexton Firebird from this year. And pretty new to the bag, not a crazy huge fan of it. Everyone don't come at me. I'm just not the biggest fan of it at this point. It's similar to my T-Bird 3, Metal Flake T-Bird 3 in a way, to where it'll hold dead straight and then crash at the end. But I don't know this disc too well. I haven't thrown it too much because I feel myself throwing the T-Bird 3 in most scenarios. But maybe in wind or something I'll try that. I really haven't thrown it much though. On to the distance drivers, y'all. Let's see, what should I start with? Let's start with this cat. Prodigy X3 in 400 plastic. This thing is brand spanking new, and it is one of the flippiest discs I've ever seen. In my opinion, the way I throw. For y'all, it may be great. But this thing, if I need something to go way right with my backhand, right hand backhand, I'm throwing this roller, backhand roller. This, or if I want to crank on something like with the hyzer, almost straight up, I'll throw this. But I don't know it too well, but it feels so good in the hand. It really does. Just feels so good. Yeah, but if I want a dead straight shot, I'm not going to go with this. If I need something to go right, maybe I'll think about this. Next, let's see, we can talk about these guys. Here's my first Wraith ever. Nice little factory second, 170 grams. I don't even know why it's factory second. It's a beautiful disc, but hey, I'm not complaining. This was like my first bomber disc. This was when I finally figured out what turn meant and how to get the angles right to release it. I still have this in the bag mostly because it's like my baby. It's like the one that really helped me project my distance in a whole new manner. For a while it was my furthest throwing disc, and this thing still works really well. I just need to throw it a little higher to make sure it'll come back for me. And to replace that one day, I got a Nathan Queen Wraith, excuse me. A little bit heavier, 173 grams. Same color and everything. And this one's muddy already. I've thrown it barely. A couple rounds with it, but it is absolutely muddy. And I'm super happy and excited for that one. And now we got this Garrett Girthy Wraith, Champion Wraith. Halo Wraith, my apologies. This thing is so overstable, it's unreal. I need to use it a lot more than I do because I'm ready to get this thing to have some turn on it. I can't get this thing to turn to save my life. But super fun to throw, and I'm ready to see it in action whenever I can beat it in a little bit more. And now let's talk about this Trespass. This was like my first premium disc, I guess you could say, lucid plastic. If you're looking for like a disc, maybe you're a beginner, breaking into intermediate, I would look into getting a lucid Trespass because it beat in super fast for me. I said the Wraith was like the first one where I got like a lot of distance, but this was like the first disc that I got a little bit of turn out of. Nothing like the Wraith, but I still got this to turn a little bit. And in my experience, this thing beat in really fast. So if you're looking for something, maybe you want to beat in fast and get some quick distance, I'd look at the Lucid Trespass. Love that thing. It's still throwable today. It still has a good amount of fade, which is just great. Then we can talk about the Destroyer, Star Destroyer. Not really my favorite. It's a little domey, which I think people like. But for me, I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm more of a fan of the Wraith, but I do like this for wind situations. I just think I throw on too much of a hyzer for this whenever it's not windy. My natural release is a hyzer. But yeah, I'm still working with it, and I like it for skip shots and whatnot, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Destroyer. Now we have Big Z Nuke. I like this thing. Very overstable, but it's still throwable. Feels pretty good in the hand. I love this plastic though. Super fun. Great for wind, great for skips. I like that disc. Here, my furthest flying disc, if I can control it. G-Star Daedalus, baby. 172 grams. Man, this is my furthest flying disc. I've got this one out to 556 before. My main issue with this one is getting it to fade. It will fade. You just got to put a good amount of height on it. And this will definitely turn. If you're looking for something with turn, G-Star Daedalus. This plastic's pretty flippy and it was lineup, so G-Star Daedalus is something you might want to check out. I love this thing. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know how durable G-Star is. But but I'm gonna love it till it's gone. And then my last disc, Elasto King, and I'm holding on to this sucker because unfortunately Westside discontinued the elastoplastic for the King mold. It's kind of like G-Star, I guess you could say. It's really, you know, elastic, I guess, if you will. But this is a 14 speed. Let's see, 14. And this thing is flippier than a one turn, I will say that. This thing may be, I mean, compared to my Daedalus, this thing is like right behind it with more control. So in Texas, we have like some wide open courses where I can launch this. You know, no really danger. But let's say if there's OB or, you know, like something around and I need distance, I'll go with this because I know for a fact it'll come back. I won't burn it over. It'll flip up, it'll turn, but it'll come back. So yeah. And then here's some honorable mentions that unfortunately I don't have in the bag currently, but depending on where I play, I'll fizzle these into the bag. First, Prodigy D2 and 400 plastic. This thing feels great. Not the best color. I don't know if y'all can tell. It's like a dark green, almost brown. So, like in the fall, big field, not the greatest disc color. But this thing is extremely flippy as well. But yeah, I like it. In certain courses, certain areas, I'll throw this. But right now, it's not in the bag. Then I have this Opto Pure that I like. I initially bought this to replace my Opto X Pure, and it's just been a process to get this thing how I want it. So currently it's not in the bag, but I do love this disc. I just need to work it a little more. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little wear and tear on it. This thing is still holding up. I just want it to flip a little more. But it's a process, and I'm not giving up on this Pure because my other one was just so good. And then this one, XT Polecat. Yep. See if it can focus. It doesn't want to. But XT Polecat, actually got my one and only ace on this disc. But I love this thing. I know a lot of people make fun of the Polecat, but really it's an incredible disc. Love this thing. I power grip everything, putter, everything. So it's almost impossible to get a good release with the Polecat and a power grip. So when I want to work on fan grip throws, I'll bring this out. I love this thing. It's like a Frisbee in a way, the way it flies. So, my bag. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly what this Innova, I want to say Hero 2. I don't even know if that's a bag, but that's what I think it is. Let's see what I have. Absolutely nothing in this pocket. That's unfortunate. Water. Always need some water here in Texas, even in the winter. Absolutely nothing in this pocket either. Wow, this is content, y'all. I know I have stuff up here. I have some minis. Here's actual focus. Well, I just have a couple minis. I have whale sack. Pretty cool. I don't really need it in the winter. My hands are quite dry on the course. I have a pencil. You never know whenever you're going to need a pencil on the course. In case you're doing maybe a paper scorecard or something. Then I have this little towel just in case. You know, it's a bit of a nicer towel compared to the one that I have on the side. This towel that I put on the side, it is disgusting. Wow, I need to wash it. But yeah, I actually found this on the course, which even makes it sound way more disgusting. But yeah, I just found it on the course, and I kind of felt bad because there's no way to return a towel. But I've been using it like crazy. Then I have some bag tags. And that's it for what's in the bag. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Day 1 of Vlogmas in the bags. Come back for tomorrow. Day 2, baby. Have a great night, everybody.